pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to WHAP Fox Sports Radio and Richard Bland Sports coverage of Richard Bland Statesman basketball here at Statesman Hall on a beautiful Saturday afternoon in Petersburg, Virginia. My name is Aaron Miles, and I'll be bringing you buzzer-to-buzzer coverage of tonight's matchup between the Richard Bland Statesmen and the Catawba Valley Red Hawks. And the Red Hawks come into tonight's game having won 2 in a row, but Richard Bland comes in after a successful road trip and Richard Bland Classic at 8-2. So a wonderful afternoon here for basketball and WHAP. Bringing you into tonight's action, Richard Bland comes off of a couple of big wins against Southside Virginia Community College and Cape Fear to win the Richard Bland Classic and begun a 4-game win streak heading into today's game. Their last 2 conference victories against Wake Tech and Pitt Community College were by 7 and 23 points respectively. With their 2-0 Region X record, they share the region lead with Patrick Henry and stand at 8-2 overall. Today, the Statesmen host the Catawba Valley Red Hawks, who enter this afternoon's contest at 4-2. They had a lengthy Thanksgiving break coming into today's game, but came back into action having won 2 in a row against Southern Wesleyan and Pasco Hernando State College. This is Catawba's first region game of the young season. And Richard Bland comes into tonight's game with a lot of swagger heading onto the court, and with good reason. Coming in at 8-2, by far the best overall record in Region X, sharing the top spot in the conference overall with Patrick Henry. And this, once again, is Catawba Valley's first game of Region X action this year. So it'll be interesting to see. It's just looking at the court really quickly. Richard Bland has got a lot of swagger. They've come out really loose and seems like ready to go in warm-ups tonight. And Catawba Valley comes out again off of a lengthy Thanksgiving break at 4-2, and we'll see how they get back into action tonight. We're going to take a short break and listen to some of our sponsors, but we'll be set for a 3 o'clock tip-off here in just about 11 and a half minutes. And you'll be listening to Buzzer Action Live on WHAP online and at rbc.edu. We'll be back in just a couple of moments on WHAP Fox Sports Radio.
We play physical.
Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet has an extensive inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. If you're looking for quality new or used trucks, Stroh-Snyder features the rugged Tahoe as well as the popular Silverado 1500. Stroh-Snyder offers a fantastic selection of vehicles under $15,000. Stop by Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet today, 5200 Oaklawn Boulevard near Fort Lee. Stroh-Snyder has been in business since 1966.
Where do you turn when you need help with hardware? Well, I know where I go, and that's McKay's True Value Hardware in Hopewell. McKay's has the most extensive inventory in the hardware business since 1955. If it's heating, cooling, plumbing, painting, or electrical, McKay's has it at a very competitive price, including difficult-to-find items such as wood and machine screws, stainless steel nuts and bolts, washers, filters, and hoses. Bob McKay's superior knowledge and helpful staff have what you want when you need it the most. McKay's Hardware, 416 South 15th Avenue, 458-3241.
Hello, my name is Andy Clark, and I'm an agent with Ligon Jones Insurance Services in downtown Hopewell. I'm here to tell you that at Ligon Jones Insurance, we're dedicated to serving you. You've heard all the gimmicks and sales pitches from 800 number and online companies, and we can offer all the same options such as accident forgiveness, disappearing deductibles, 24-hour claim service, home and auto discounts, and much, much more. What we offer that they can't is local knowledge and experience, a broader selection of companies and coverages, and personal service. When you call, email, or stop by Ligon Jones Insurance, you will speak to Lucky, Sherry, or myself, and you will not have to press 1 for English or wait for the next available representative. We don't just sell insurance. We back it up with great customer service. At Ligon Jones Insurance Services, we have over 60 years experience. We all live in the Tri-Cities area, and we support many different local charities. From hot dog carts to hotels, we can cover it all. So if you want better pricing, better coverage, and better service, all from a company that gives back to the community, call Ligon Jones Insurance at 458-8522 or go to www.ligonjones.com.
At Owen Insurance Agency, you're not just another number to us. We're small enough to know you and large enough to meet your insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have many available options to get you the best rate through the Hartford, Grange Insurance, Northern Neck, Progressive Insurance, or Dairyland Motorcycle. We offer great auto rates for all drivers and excellent homeowners coverage. You can also receive discounts when you combine your auto and home policies with us. Call or visit to compare. Let us do the shopping for you. Owen Insurance, 507 North 4th Avenue, Hopewell, 458-9400. That's 458-9400.
Heretic Feed and Seed has been Hopewell's lawn and garden expert for over 70 years. They say, if it grows, we have it. We also sell and service Cub Cadet, Steel, Echo, Exmark power equipment. Heretic Feed and Seed is the place to go. They are the service center for the largest equipment dealers in the area. That's Heretic Feed and Seed for all your lawn and garden needs. Located at 417 South 15th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. Your lawn and garden needs.
This is Jeff Butler, pastor of Hopewell's Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, and I invite you to come visit us sometime. We're a church that not only worships together Sunday morning at 11, but on Tuesday nights serve our members and those from the community by bowling together at the 15th Street Bowling Alley from 6:30 to 8:30. The first Saturday of each month, we offer a free breakfast starting at 8:30, and each Sunday, rotating between afternoons and evenings, we offer a youth program for middle schoolers and high schoolers. We also have a preschool for ages 3 and 4. We support missionaries in Haiti and Russia, regularly support the Super Kids Ministry throughout the Tri-Cities, and the Big Brother and Big Sisters program here in Hopewell. We think that the most important thing that we can do in our life is to give back to the Lord for how graciously and generously He has loved us in Christ. As we love God with all of ourselves, ourselves, we see lives changing for Christ, youngsters becoming mentored, the community being strengthened, and the Tri-Cities becoming more hopeful, joyful, and peaceful in the midst of the chaos of the world. I invite you to come check us out. Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, 1201 Blackstone Avenue, right here in Hopewell.
Shoes need repairing? Don't know where to take them? Cavalli's Leather Shop and Shoe Repair, 3514 Oaklawn Boulevard in Hopewell is the place to go. Cavalli's features a complete line of motorcycle apparel, including vests, jackets, chaps, road packets, tool pouches, and gloves. Need a patch sewn on your biker's vest? Cavalli's is the place. They also carry Western boots and hats. That's Cavalli Shoe Repair and Leather Shop, 3514 Oaklawn Boulevard in Hopewell. Phone 458-2016. Open 9 to 6 weekdays, 9 to 5 Saturday. For all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting, call Ingram & Associates Real Estate at 804-458-9873. This announcement brought to you by Delegate Riley Ingram, representing the 62nd District in Virginia's House of Delegates, consisting of Hopewell, Prince George, Chesterfield, and Henrico County. You may call Delegate Ingram on his direct phone at 804-452-2202. The number again for Ingram Associates, 458-9873.
It sure was great watching the U.S. archery team do so well in the Olympics.
It sure got me excited for archery season starting October the 1st.
Come by Dance's Sporting Goods and check out our huge selection of bows by Matthews and Elite.
And any accessories that you might need. Or just bring your bow in and have one of our archery techs tune it up and get you ready for your season.
I'll get you some.
Dance's Sporting Goods is out on Boulevard. Your Heights. Like us on Facebook or check us out online at dancesportinggoods.com.
And welcome back to WHAP Radio and tonight's coverage of the Richard Bland Statesmen as they take on the Catawba Valley Red Hawks here at 3 p.m. start time, about 5 minutes away. And let's go ahead and talk a little bit about tonight's key players for both teams. For the Statesmen, they come in once again 8-2, led in part by some great sophomore participation from Jaquan Wooten. Jaquan has 12.6 points.
Testing 1, I don't hear it. I can hear you.
Last season.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Averaging a double-double in addition to 2.8 blocks per game. And certainly in the game that we covered, the opening game of the season against Nova, he was a big part of it. He actually blocked about 5 or 6 shots in that game. So Jaquan Wooten will be a huge part of the litmus test of success for the Statesmen tonight. Javon Arrington, the sophomore, from Petersburg, is averaging
44 degrees at the kickoff,
game as well
overcast, and a little 7-mile-an-hour wind.
Will be
by the capacity crowd here
into a
at Stanton River High School
schedule in the next coming week.
And it looks like Hopewell is going to receive first. They will go right to left across the radio dial.
Has been a big contributor in the first few games.
Jerseys white with
freshmen.
Blue numerals, blue helmets, and
that
the
we had.
Stanton River Eagles, the Golden Eagles in their black jerseys and
4.3 assists.
golden numbers. And guys, here we are at the fourth round, and it's the 12-1 Golden Eagles of Stanton River, 11. And
1.3 assists per game leads the team.
Buffalo Blue Devils. What's your thoughts on this ball game?
Starter number 0.
Go ahead.
Jeff, I think it'll be key for the defense of Hopewell. They got the hands full with the three backs that basically average over 1,200 yards among the three of them, but one with 2,700 yards, that's over three. So it should be, if the defense is in, I think Hopewell has a chance. Because the passing game for the Stanton River Golden Eagles, they don't have one.
Almost non-existent.
No.
Brewer is from Charlotte.
Well, that's true. Everything I've heard about them, they're just a strong running team. I don't think they've thrown a pass the last 3 games.
Right.
I don't think they've had to really.
Miles Williams is from North Carolina. He'll actually be coming off of the bench today. He's a
Both neck.
6'2",
Really nasty down the trenches and break up football. For us to have a good shot at this team to stop them offensively. Offensively, we just got to move the football and be consistent and go backwards.
Also from Charlotte.
Good coach to set the kickoff for the Stanton River Eagles. It's a split.
Really only a couple of players on this team not from the North Carolina. The team in assists is Jamal Tanner. And Jamal Tanner, also from North Carolina, from Columbus at Polk High School. So a lot of great additions this year for the Red Hawks in the freshman lineup. But we'll see where that squares them off against a sophomore Bland Statesman team. We'll take one more short break, and coming back on the other side, we'll hear the starting lineups and the national anthem, as well as tip-off for tonight's contest. We'll be right back on the other side. You're listening to WHAP, Fox Sports Radio.
We play physical.
Heretic Feed and Seed has been Hopewell's lawn and garden expert for over 70 years. They say, if it grows, we have it. We also sell and service Cub Cadet, Steel, Echo, Exmark power equipment. Heretic Feed and Seed is the place to go. They are the service center for the largest equipment dealers in the area. That's Heretic Feed and Seed for all your lawn and garden needs. Located at 417 South 15th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia, for all your lawn and garden needs.
And welcome back to Fox Sports Radio, WHAP, for tonight's coverage of the Richard Bland Statesmen versus the Catawba Valley Red Hawks. And let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Catawba Valley Community College Red Hawks. The number 3 is Keenan Turbin. And Keenan Turbin is a sophomore from Monroe, North Carolina's Parkwood High School. Number 5, Derek Brewer, the scoring leader for the Red Hawks, is from Charlotte, North Carolina, and TR Highland CC, who's the transfer. Number 10, Matthew Powell from Philip O. Berry High School, Charlotte, North Carolina. He's a starting guard. Number 44, Ty Ireland, sophomore forward, 6'7", 231, from Taylorsville, North Carolina. And number 50 is Emmanuel Wemby. He is the sophomore center, 6'8", 231, from Rocky River High School in Charlotte, North Carolina. The Red Hawks head coach is Brian Garmuth, and assisted by William White. And now the starting lineup for your Richard Bland Statesman. Number 0, Tim Bing Jr., the freshman from District Heights, Maryland, the National Christian Academy. Number 1, Javon Arrington, sophomore guard, 6'3", from right here in Petersburg, Virginia, and Petersburg High School. Number 3, DeAndre Clark, sophomore guard from Orange, Virginia, and Wakefield School. Number 21, Jaquan Wooten, Kinston, North Carolina's own Jaquan Wooten, a sophomore center at 6'9", from South Lenore High School. And number 22, Harrison Mitchell, the Phoebus Phantom from Hampton, Virginia, sophomore center, 6'9", 215, the team sophomore rebound leader. And we will get ready to hear some team announcements here in just a moment. You'll hear the national anthem going forward. And we'll look and see what happens in tonight's game. Once again, Richard Bland comes into this game on a 4-game winning streak at 8-2 overall and 2-0 in the Region X. And the Catawba Valley Red Hawks come in at 4-2. This is their opening Region X action for the year. And they come in coming off of a 2-game winning streak against Pasco Hernando and Southern Wesleyan. So we'll see if they can continue their winning ways here tonight. And the Bland team coming on and recognizing it looks like some maybe boosters here and giving them some flowers and taking pictures. And always good to see the local community out. A little lighter attendance today, obviously, coming into the winter break. I believe the Petersburg Christmas Parade is also happening simultaneously here. So we will find out what kind of attendance we get very soon. But still plenty of attendance available, plenty of seats, and it is free to come out to the Richard Bland games this year. Change they made going into the off-season last year. So we look forward to seeing as many of you that can come out as you can throughout the rest of this home season. The next game after today would be 1 week from today as the Statesmen take on the Guilford Tech team, another inter-conference game between the Statesmen and Guilford Tech. Guilford Tech currently at 3-6, so not a great start to the season for Guilford Tech, but anything can happen on any given Saturday here in Division X. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you actually please rise and kindly remove your hats? And now we will rise and remove our hats for the national anthem. That was RBC staff member who actually delivered that national anthem, a fine rendition. And we will get ready to hear the starting lineups from the PA announcer in just a moment. You've heard them from us. So in the meantime, we'll take a short commercial break and come back on the other side with tip-off here on WHAP Fox Sports Radio.
This is Jeff Butler, pastor of Hopewell's Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, and I invite you to come visit us sometime. We're a church that not only worships together each Sunday morning at 11, but on Tuesday nights serve our members and those from the community by bowling together at the 15th Street Bowling Alley from 6:30 to 8:30. The first Saturday of each month, we offer a free breakfast starting at 8:30, and each Sunday, rotating between afternoons and evenings, we offer a youth program for middle schoolers and high schoolers. We also have a preschool for ages 3 and 4. We support missionaries in Haiti and Russia, regularly support the Super Kids ministry throughout the Tri-Cities, and the Big Brother and Big Sisters program here in Hopewell. We think that the most important thing that we can do in our life is to give back to the Lord for how graciously and generously He has loved us in Christ. As we love God with all of ourselves and our neighbor as ourselves, we see lives changing for Christ, youngsters becoming mentored, the community being strengthened, and the Tri-Cities becoming more hopeful, joyful, and peaceful in the midst of the chaos of the world. I invite you to come check us out, Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, 1201 Blackstone Avenue, right here in Hopewell.
Shoes need repairing? Don't know where to take them? Cavalli's Shop and Shoe Repair, 3514 Oaklawn Boulevard in Hopewell is the place to go. Cavalli's features a complete line of motorcycle apparel, including vests, jackets, chaps, road packets, tool pouches, and gloves. Need a patch sewn on your biker's vest? Cavalli's is the place. They also carry Western boots and hats. That's Cavalli Shoe Repair and Leather Shop, 3514 Oaklawn Boulevard in Hopewell. Phone 458-2016. Open 9 to 6 weekdays, 9 to 5 Saturday. For all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting, call Ingram & Associates Real Estate at 804-458-9873. This announcement brought to you by Delegate Riley Ingram, representing the 62nd District in Virginia's House of Delegates, consisting of Hopewell, Prince George, Chesterfield, and Henrico County. You may call Delegate Ingram on his direct phone at 804-452-2202. The number again for Ingram Associates, 458-9873.
And we're back here on WHAP Fox Sports Radio as we get ready for tip-off here in Petersburg, Virginia. Statesman Hall is bumping for tonight's contest between the Richard Bland Statesmen and the Catawba Valley Redhawks, both of Region X, some interconference matchup here tonight. And Catawba Valley gets ready to take the court, getting some final words of advice from their coach, Brian Garmuth. And they will take the court in their visiting red uniforms with white and black trim and white lettering. And the Statesmen will wear their familiar white jerseys with with green lettering and numbers. The officials for tonight's matchup are head official Daniel Cheng, Gregory Street, and Matthew Utz. And as we get ready for tip-off here, team shaking hands. Once again, the players to watch for tonight's matchup, Derek Brewer, he wears number 5 for the Red Hawks and leads the team in scoring. And, of course, Jaquan Wooten, who will take the tip-off for the Statesmen. The tip-off is in the air, and it's controlled by Catawba Valley to begin. And Catawba Valley brings it into the front court. Number 3, Keenan Turpin, handles the ball as the point guard, dishes it off to the left-hand side over to Derek Brewer. Brewer looks underneath for Ty Ireland. Ireland dishes it back out. Catawba Valley taking their time, and it looks like they walk. Emmanuel Wemby was not able to control the pass, and as a result, shuffled his feet, and Richard Bland maintains the ball. So, a quick opening turnover gives Richard Bland control, and Tim Bing Jr., the freshman, the ball on the outside. Javon Harrington, local product, dishes it back to Tim Bing Jr. Quick three-pointer, though, from Harrington is off, and a rebound to Bland. That's DeAndre Clark, who handles the initial rebound there for the Statesmen. Harrington now looks back over to Bing. Bing back to Clark for 3. No good. He falls back, and the rebound goes to Catawba Valley. Nice pick up there by Emmanuel Wemby. And a foul on the other end. They're going to call it against Catawba Valley. And Derek Brewer picks up a quick first foul in transition. And it will once again be Statesman ball. So the Statesmen miss a couple of shots over here on the other end. And Catawba Valley had an opportunity for a fast break shot, but they were not able to get that. So Richard Bland gets the ball back. Tim Bing Jr. controls the ball at the top of the key, looking for an open man, gets it over to Javon Harrington. Harrington working against Derek Clark. And a foul on the inside. And it looks like that may be on Emmanuel Wemby. Nope, it's actually against Derek Brewer. That's huge. Second in just the opening 2 minutes. He's the leading scorer for the Red Hawks. Is going to have to go to the bench. And shooting 2 will be Jaquan Wooten. Wooten's first free throw attempt is up and good. So Wooten gets his first point and the opening point of the evening, and Derek Brewer will have to take a seat, having accumulated 2 fouls in the first minute and a half. Second shot for Wooten. Back iron, no good, but it's tipped in. Nice tip in there by Harrison Mitchell, and it's 3-0 Bland early on. Catawba Valley looks to get on the board here in this possession. Dribbling it around on the top of the key. Looking for an open shot, 2-point attempt, up and good. Nice shot there by the incoming number 14, Alex James. Nice shot there. A foul on the other end, though, and Bland will once again go to the line for 2.
Is
that a typo? No, Limes. Limes? Imes. Thank you. That was Alex Imes who hit that 2-pointer down on the other end. And incoming now, and DeAndre Clark gets the inbound. That last foul was against number 3, Keenan Turpin. Tim Bing Jr. looking for a man. He gets it into Von Harrington. Harrington met with a double team. Inlet pass, no good. Nice defensive play. and Catawba Valley gets a turnover.
God bless the game.
2-point attempt, I believe. No, it was a 3, no good. Rebound, though, by Emmanuel Wemby, and Wemby gets it back out to the top of the key. So Catawba Valley will get a second opportunity here. 2-point attempt is up and no good. Rebound, DeAndre Clark. Back into the front court for the Statesmen. DeAndre Clark passes it off. Aaron pass, though. Picked up by
And how do we adjust the equipment at the station?
Nice.
God bless it.
Foul on the outside, and that's number 14, Alex James. The fouls are adding up.
I can't hear a thing.
It's a bland 0.
I can't hear nothing.
Ball inbounded to Tim Bing. Slam dunk, nice interior pass there to Quan Wooten, able to pick up the trash. It's 5-2. Bland. Catawba Valley swings it around on the other end, dishes it out. 3-point attempt is no good, front iron. Rebound Emmanuel Wemby, and they call a foul on the Statesman. And they'll call that foul on Harrison Mitchell. That's the team's first foul of the half.
Substitution made onto the floor. Stanley Taylor checks into the game for Harrison Mitchell.
And Stanley Taylor will come into the game as Harrison Mitchell will take a seat with his first foul. And Richard Bland does this. They substitute early and often. And we'll see if that continues here. Inbound pass is stolen. Nice steal there by Tim Bing. Bing brings it into the Bland front court. Errant pass, but it's picked up by Wooten. Layup no good. Rebound to Catawba Valley. So Catawba Valley brings it back into their front court now. 16:42 remaining in the first half. Interior pass to Wemby. Wemby's shot no good. The second chance is no good, and a foul is called. And that one would be the first foul on Jaquan Wooten. And going to the line for 2 will be Keenan Turpin. Keenan Turpin, the starting point guard, will go to the line for 2. Or no, excuse me, it's actually going to be number 10, Powell. Powell's first shot hits the front iron and it's no good. And Matthew Powell will get a second opportunity. The 6'2 guard out of Philip O'Barry High School in Charlotte. Second shot is up, and that one is also no good. And it will remain 5-2 as the Statesmen get the rebound. Tim Bing brings it up into the front court. They swing it around to the right-hand side to Arrington. And DeAndre Clark looking for somebody. Nobody becoming available for him yet. Dishes it back to Bing. Bing, the true point guard on the team. Way up at the top of the key. And a 3-second violation. Nope, offensive foul actually called.
Okay, we should be on now. I'm going to start saying testing 1, 2, 3.
Miles Markland will check in.
Turn up your volume and see if you can hear my voice, all right? Hold on.
Now at halftime, after 17, even.
And a low-scoring affair here so far. 6:08 remaining in the first half.
Turn up that knob, AJ, if it's on. Testing 1, 2, 3.
That one once again.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Quick foul, so he'll have to come out. By Jalen Jackson. Emmanuel Wemby will come out for Catawba Valley. He's replaced by Steve Rusala of Waxhaw, North Carolina. So looking for an inbound pass here is Catawba Valley to get it off.
You just heard my voice?
And Matthew Powell.
All right, turn this on so they can work, okay?
3-point attempt is good. Nice shot there by Keenan Turpin.
All right, hey, tell me if his voice is coming through in 15 seconds, okay? 15 seconds. Tell me if it's coming through. Can you hear him?
They get some good defense, an air ball, and a rebound to Catawba Valley.
The Blue Devils.
Catawba Valley. Possession. Not there by Alex Lyme. That's 5 points for him.
Can you hear him? It's working right then.
They call that on DeAndre Clark on the inbound. So in addition to the three-pointer,
you're on the air, guys.
Position for Catawba Valley.
You have to plug that in to talk.
Catawba Valley
lay it down.
advantage here early with possession and
No, you don't plug it in.
down.
You plug it in.
Three-point attempt once again, no good off the side iron. And a rebound is unable to be controlled by the Statesman, and it'll stay with Catawba Valley. That was number 34, Jalen Jackson, who was unable to control that rebound. Statesman. For the inbound now. They find his man on the corner. And another foul. That's against one. That's Wooten's second. That's important. He'll come out of the game, I'm sure. Yeah, here's Mitchell. Check back into the game. For and an uncontested layup on the inbounds, and that's once again number 14, Turpin. He's got 5 points, and Catawba Valley is up 10-5. Thinks about the three-pointer, thinks better of it. Number 12, Brandon Smith. Number 1, Javon Arrington now working the ball on the outside. Miles Markland, who had checked in the game just a couple of minutes ago, now has the ball. He gets it back on the top. Looks for his man, three-point attempt, Arrington. Good! Javon Arrington for three. That's his first points of the game. It's 10-8. Nice three-point attempt there by Javon Arrington. 14:34 remaining here in the first half, and a foul. And they're going to call a push-off on the Statesman, and that's number 12, I believe. Number 12, Travius Smith with his first foul. And that's already 7 fouls on the Statesman with just over 5 minutes here, and they're going to go to the line for 1-1. So this has turned into a foul fest here, and it'll be a 1-1 opportunity for Keenan Turpin. First shot is up and no good, and the rebound to Harrison Mitchell. Miles Markland brings it up quickly into the front court. He's going to go all the way to the basket. Good! Miles Markland. That was quite a drive to the basket for Markland, and it's once again tied up. 14-14, and it's a tie ball game, 10-10, and Catawba Valley just gave up 5 unanswered points. We'll see how they respond here. No foul call there, and they do call the foul on the second opportunity there, and that's Miles Markland. That'll be his first. Team 8th. And if Bland's not careful, they'll be in the double bonus before we get halfway through this first half. Substitution on coming. DeAndre Clark comes back into the game for Javon Arrington. And wholesale substitutions on the way in for Catawba. We'll see what happens with this first free throw. Once again, Keenan Turpin at the line for the 1-1. First shot is up and good. Subs will come in. Emmanuel Wemby comes back into the game, as does Matthew Powell. And number 24, Jamal Tanner, will wait for the shooter. And they'll give Keenan Turpin his first break of the game. Second shot is up and good. So both of those free throws good. A quick 7 points for Keenan Turpin. And it is 12-10 Catawba Valley. So a little bit of a surprise here. Certainly not in small part to 8 fouls early on against the Statesmen. Statesmen have the ball, passing it around at the top of the key. Markland dishes it over to DeAndre Clark. Clark tries to take it all the way to the basket, but nice block there by Emmanuel Wemby. Good defensive play. And Catawba Valley once again controls the ball. And the sport jacket has already come off of Coach Chuck Moore. He's not happy with the Statesmen. The Statesmen do get a defensive rebound. Markland controls it, and he's got numbers coming the other way. 3-point attempt, DeAndre Clark, no good. Rebound goes to the Statesmen. He carries it, and a foul on the inside. It'll be 2 shots for the Statesmen. So a nice offensive rebound there by Travius Smith, and he'll go to the line for 2. First foul against Matthew Powell, number 10, for Catawba Valley. Actually, it's not a shooting foul. They call it on the floor. Then it'll be an inbound opportunity for the Statesmen. Inbound to Travias Smith. He dishes it back. No, it's stolen by Catawba Valley, and an uncontested layup for number 24. That is Jamal Tanner for two. 14-10, Catawba Valley. First points of the game for somebody other than Keenan Turpin or Alex Limes. And Catawba Valley running a 1-3-1 defense. 2-point attempt. Markland no good. Rebound Emmanuel Wemby. Wemby loses it, but it's picked back up by Jamal Tanner. Tanner slows it down. Continues to dribble in the backcourt. He brings it into the front court now. Tanner, the backup point guard for Catawba Valley. Working the top once again is number 10, Powell. Powell back to Tanner. 7 on the shot clock. Tanner looking for an open man. No way. Harrison Mitchell steals it there. They have numbers, but he throws it away. Wow. And Harrison Mitchell immediately realizes that was all on him as he threw it away to an open DeAndre Clark. So checking out will be number 32, Nolan Whitener, and number 44, Ty Ireland, will come back into the game for Catawba Valley. Both teams playing very hard, but so far the Statesmen have been error-prone in this first half. Coach Garmroth imploring his Catawba Valley Redhawks to set a screen. We'll see what they do on offense in this possession.
It's what you call it.
Long 3-point attempt is good. Wow, what a
That's
Miles Williams, who just checked into the game for Catawba Valley.
A basketball game.
17-10.
All right, I'll call you later. Bye.
And the Statesmen call a 30-second timeout, a much-needed break there for the Statesmen. Coach Moore will need to change the game plan a little bit here as the Statesmen have been prone to errors here
back on
in this first half. It's 17-10.
We're not on?
7 points for Catawba Valley, but a couple of well-timed threes by both Alex Limes and Miles Williams have made this a 7-point lead. Javon Arrington and Jaquan Woot both have 3, but the big story is 8 fouls already against the Statesmen, including 2 against Jaquan Woot, which has Jaquan on the bench, where he will likely stay until at least the end of this first half.
It is now. He
So
just changed it over.
Statesmen will control the ball in their front court here with 11 here in the first half.
You heard me say that?
Markland looks for a man. He gets it inbound. And Bing just checking back into the game, 2-on-1. And Markland almost gets a clean
We're on there, guys.
back, though. A nice perimeter defense here by Catawba Valley.
Because this crowd drives everybody up. Can you hear him talking now?
And another steal by Catawba Valley. So another turnover. And Catawba Valley has a chance to extend their lead.
Cuts off. Cuts off, okay?
20 working the ball. On the other end, Markland is fouled. And Markland will go to the line for 2. Ooh, and they bump against each other. I don't think he really meant to there. But number 24, Jamal Tanner, took umbrage to that shoulder bump there. Nonetheless, it looks like Markland will go to the line for 2. First foul against Jamal Tanner.
There's never straight on the carry. Ian Card on top. It's a first down, Eagles.
Markland's first attempt is up and off the back iron, no good. Substitutions will come in for the Red Hawks. Turpin and Alex Limes will come back into the game in favor of Miles Williams and Matthew Powell. Or excuse me, Miles Williams and number 24, Jamal Tanner. Second shot for Markland is up and good. 17-11. And Javon Arrington checks back into the game for the Statesmen. Markland will take a seat. Pressure on inbound. 2-on-1. They are able to break the pressure. No, they're not. DeAndre Clark with the steal. He keeps it inbounds. Javon Arrington now working against Catawba Valley. Nice defensive play with the pressure. 2-point attempt. It's good. No, it's three. DeAndre Clark for three. His first points of the game. And Statesmen have brought it back to one possession. And the travel on the inside by Emmanuel Wemby is not able to get around the Bland defense.
Overstraight on the carry. Ian Carter on the stop.
Will bring it back in and
first down goal
bring it into the front court, looking to at least draw it to a 1-point lead. Bing passes it off to Clark, gets it back to Tim Bing. And Bing throws it away, and a scramble for the ball, and they grab it in a timeout called by Catawba Valley. The coach not happy with that sequence, and he calls a 30-second as a result. So both teams, particularly Bland, playing turnover-happy basketball here. The fact that it's a 3-point game is actually pretty fortunate. As Catawba Valley has been the more patient of the two teams. Richard Bland, coming off of a couple of wins, has been spraying the ball around a little bit and committing 8 fouls against the Statesmen. They will come back from the 30-second timeout. 10:47 remaining here in the first half. Either coach really incredibly happy by what's happened so far. 17-14 game. I think Catawba Valley's coach Garmuth wishing this were a little bit of a further out lead considering what's happened. Catawba Valley has not taken advantage as well as they could have of these turnovers. Keenan Turpin dribbling the ball on the top. Passes it off. Wemby out down low, working against Harrison Mitchell. And he loses that exchange and is dribbling the ball. That's great. Passes it off for three. DeAndre Clark now rips around and 2 consecutive three-pointers. Nice shot there by DeAndre Clark. Quite a dish. Off to DeAndre Clark by Javon Arrington. He plays unselfish basketball. 14 on the shot clock. Catawba Valley working it around. Turpin passes it off. Looking for an open shot. 3-point attempt up and no good. A little bit of contact there, but no foul call. Arrington brings it back into front. Step by Catawba Valley defender. Swings it over to DeAndre Clark. Back to Javon Arrington once again. 14 on the shot clock. Arrington swings it over to Clark. Long three, no good. And the rebound, a fight for the rebound. Statesmen get it. Layup attempt, no good. Arrington with the putback is good. Javon Arrington has 5 now, and Red has retaken the lead, 19-17. Catawba working it around with 9 minutes remaining here. Wemby for 2, no good. They get the long rebound. 8:57 remaining in this first half. Catawba taking their time, 20 on the shot clock. Gets the ball in the middle. Step by the defender. They continue swinging it around. 2-point attempt is up and no good. Rebound, Harrison Mitchell. 19-17. Statesman on a 9-0 run.
Okay.
Tim Bing Jr. taking his time, getting a play call. He swings it over to Javon Arrington. No good.
Ronnie Walker on the carry.
And they're going to call a foul on Catawba Valley. They call the foul on Matthew Powell. That's going to be his second
we're
foul.
on the air, though,
And it'll
right?
be 1-on-1, and wholesale changes coming in on both sides.
We were never on the air?
Harrison Mitchell will stay in the game.
We were on the air.
But other than that, we're basically getting a whole new reset here.
All right.
Brandon Henry comes in for the first time. Jalen Jackson returns to the game. Arrington and Bing stay on the court. A slew of substitutions for Catawba Valley as well. Mitchell's first shot is up and rims in from the back iron, and he will get a second shot to complete the 2-point play. That's Mitchell's third point of the game. The second shot for Mitchell is up and good. So nice free throw conversion there. He will check out of the game, and Stanley Taylor will come back in for the Statesmen. 8:16 remaining here in the first half. And the ball, Tina Turpin trying to break the pressure. And they're still in the backcourt. They break the backcourt pressure, but now they meet similar pressure in the front court. Quick layup attempt. No, they swing it out to the outside. 3-point attempt is good. And another 3-pointer for Catawba Valley. That one is Jamal Tanner. 21-20, Statesman. 3 is no good. Rebound move to the Statesman. Bing, errant layup attempt, no good. Rebound, Catawba Valley, and that was number 40, Steve Rosala. Technical foul called against Catawba Valley's coach, Brian Garmroth. Not sure what he said, but and coach walking a fine line here as he continues to talk to the referees. Garmroth saying all he did was ask a question. First shot's up and good. It's kind of bad form to talk during another player's free throw attempt. He's walking a fine line. Arrington hit that first free throw. Second shot also good. That makes it 23-20. So the Statesmen with the technical will get possession as well. 23-20, 7:41 remaining. And though they say it's possession to Catawba Valley, result in possession in the NJCAA. 7:34 remaining. Double team for Catawba Valley. They break it and they call a foul. Fortunate was number 20 there. They call the foul against number 23, Brandon Henry. That's his first. That's the team's ninth foul. This will be one-on-one. Williams, so he'll get a second. 7.5 remaining here in the first half. Valley pulls it back to the game. Coach Gamreth is still lobbying against the head official. 1 point lead for the Statesmen as they work the ball around. 14 on the shot clock. Arrington looking for a man, gets Miles Markland at the top. Markland works it inbounds. Arrington open for 3. Good! Come on, Arrington for 3. He's got 10 points, and the Bland Statesmen have a 4-point lead. Catawba Valley looking to get back some of the momentum, and they're going to go to the line for 2 as a foul is called. Once again, 23, Brandon Henry. That's his second foul, and he will come out likely in favor of Travis Smith. And Jamal Tanner will get 2 shots. Tanner's first shot is up and good. Tanner has 6 points here in the first half. And number 20, Miles Williams, will check out in favor of Wemby. And Tanner will get a second opportunity. Second shot is up and off the front iron, no good. A rebound to the Statesmen. No look pass, and maybe he should have looked. Miles Markland throws it away out of the left corner. And another turnover against the Statesmen. We'll see at halftime what the turnover numbers look like, but it's not going to be pretty. And Coach Moore does not look amused over on the Bland bench.
All right, we should be back on now. We back on? You hear bells clanging like a like a cowbell from there.
Looking to bring it within one or tie here on this possession.
All
right.
Pick the drive to Johnny Richards, second match.
Finishes it off. Jamal Tanner.
Let's do 2 right now. I don't want to have a
rebound. Emmanuel Wemby.
All right.
Another opportunity and a timeout.
All right.
Another 30-second timeout.
Sounds good.
By Catawba Valley.
Talking.
26-23 Statesman.
You don't talk all the time.
Here.
Somebody got a crap.
This has been
Torrey Smith
really kind of a choppy game here by both teams. Catawba Valley certainly has been the recipient of many turnovers by the Statesmen, but unfortunately, the Statesmen for Catawba Valley, they've not been able to convert on those turnovers. So,
Terry
seven here.
Please report to the ticket booth. Terry Evans, to the ticket booth, please.
Valley to play a little bit slower. And as for the Statesmen, they've got to be saying the same thing. Turnover bug has hit the Statesmen in this game. Timeout.
Ronnie Walker on the chair. A great delivery team on the clock. 6 yards on the play.
Against
Second down.
Catawba Valley. Inbound is by Keenan Turpin. And Turpin working against Miles Markland at the top of the key. Turpin dishes it in. And a layup attempt is errant, no good. And the rebound will go to the Statesmen. Statesmen bring it up. And swinging it around. Miles Markland gets the ball back. Harrington swings it back to Markland. 3-pointer is good. Miles Markland for 3. Nice looking shot there by Markland. He has 6, and it's a 6-point lead for the Statesmen. Catawba Valley will look to narrow the margin here on this possession. Wemby gets it on the inside. Nice spin around, but he's not able to convert. And they're going to call. They call the foul against the Statesmen. That's against Harrison Mitchell. And now the double bonus will be inactive. And that's Emmanuel Wemby who will get the 2 shots. Wemby's first shot is up and off the back iron, no good. Checking in for the Statesmen will be Lumumba Batai. Batai checks in for the first time tonight.
Pass is complete to
That will send Harrison Mitchell
Ali
to the bench.
Treadwell.
So
First down fouled by Sam Kirk.
into their bench here.
First down.
With 5:35 remaining in the first half. Second shot off the back iron once again, no good. Rebound to the Statesmen. So the Statesmen will look to extend their lead on this possession with just over 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Markman swings it around. Aaron shot by number 12, Travias Smith.
Again.
And Catawba will get an opportunity on the other end. No good by Turpin. Rebound Statesman. Statesman have numbers. Layup attempt no good and a foul. It's getting kind of physical here. Both teams kind of huddling around each other.
Ronnie Walker on the carry.
Nice show of sportsmanship there as they slap hands. But the foul nonetheless
Thomas
against
Chief,
Catawba Valley. That's going to be against
in about a yard. Second down.
that's the team's 9th. So the next foul will be a double bonus. And this Smith will go to the right too. Shot is up and off the front iron, no good. Crowd in attendance here on this beautiful Saturday. Still plenty of time to come out and see some free basketball. Or just listen here on WHAD. Second shot is up and good as Travias Smith converts on one of two. That's his first point of the night. It's 30-23. And nice defense in transition, but they get it under the basket. Wemby has to dish it back. Bland is closing out right underneath the basket. Rebound to the Statesmen. And a foul called. They got the hand of number 34, Jalen Jackson. And that's going to be against Jamal Tanner, his second. And Bland will get 2 shots as a result. So Jalen Jackson will come to the line for 2 for the Statesmen. First shot is no good for Jalen Jackson. Jackson, sophomore out of Plainfield, New Jersey.
Greg Covey on the keeper. George Thompson on the stop. Gaining the yard.
Shot one coming for Jackson. It is up and it's good. So Jackson converts on 1 of 2 for the Statesmen. 31-23, 8-point lead for Richard Bland here with 4:44 remaining in the first half. Nice defense and pressure in the backcourt, and they're having trouble. And a foul. Wow, they bailed him out. And that's number 12, Tobias Smith. He really bailed out Catawba Valley there. They were having a lot of trouble getting that into the front court. Number 32 had the ball there. That was Nolan Whitener. And actually, he slipped back over to the sideline. He'll probably come out of the game here. Whitener will actually be the one to shoot the free throws. Looks like he came up a little bit limp there, but he's going to take it to the free throw opportunity. First shot is up and bounces around and no good. And Rosala will wait to replace him after this second free throw. Whitener's second attempt is up and no good. Rebound to the Statesmen, so Whitener will have to play through it for a moment. The Statesmen bring it back into the front court. 3-point attempt up and good! Devon Arrington for 3. He's got 13 in this first half, and it's 34-23. The Statesmen beginning to pull away here. Whitener looks for a man in the corner. Whitener gets it back in the key. 3-point attempt as he dishes it out. No good. And a rebound to Javon Arrington. 4:08 remaining. 11-point lead for the Statesmen. Another 3-point attempt. Miles Markland, no good. Rebound, Catawba Valley. So Catawba Valley, with 4 minutes remaining, facing an 11-point deficit. They dish it to Whitener in the key. No good. Rebound, Javon Arrington. It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Statesmen. And Whitener will get to come out of the game now. So nice heart there shown by Whitener, who stayed in through the injury, but he will take to the bench. And a full timeout is actually called here by, looks like Catawba Valley called the full timeout. So we'll take it with him, and we'll come back on the other side. 34-23 in favor of Richard Bland over Catawba Valley. You're listening to WHAP Fox Sports Radio.
It sure was great watching the U.S. archery team do so well in the Olympics.
It sure got me excited for archery season starting October the 1st.
Come by Dance's Sporting Goods and check out our huge selection of bows by Matthews and Elite.
And any accessories that you might need. Or just bring your bow in and have one of our archery techs tune it up and get you ready for your season.
Come on, get you some.
Dance's Sporting Goods at South Park Boulevard in Colonial Heights. Like us on Facebook or check us out online at dancesportinggoods.com.
This is Jerry Williams, Hopewell High School class of 1964 and president of the John Randolph Foundation. John Randolph Foundation partners with local communities and organizations in Hopewell, Prince George, and the surrounding areas to support good health and bright futures. Through our grants and scholarships, we fund programs that make your neighbors' lives better. Visit us on Facebook to learn more. John Randolph Foundation, healthy communities, bright futures.
Mimi. And we're back here on WHAP Fox Sports Radio and RBC.edu for tonight's matchup between the Richard Bland Statesmen and the Catawba Valley Red Hawks. The Statesmen have jumped to an 11-point lead here as we begin to close out the first half. Richard Bland has the ball coming off of the timeout. 3-point attempt up, no good. Rebound to Catawba Valley. Catawba Valley will look to close the deficit here, and they need some momentum going into the second half. They swing it around, 3-point attempt up and good. An open 3 by Miles Williams there, and it's 34-26. 3:14 remaining. 8-point lead for the Statesmen. 3-point attempt from Bland. No good. Rebound and a foul against the Statesmen. Foul will be against number 5, Stanley Taylor. That's his third, and he will likely be out for the remainder of the half with the 3 fouls. And Keenan Turpin will get 2 free throws. So 3:07 remaining, and Keenan Turpin will go to the line for 2. And Taylor will have to come out of the game. We'll see who he's replaced with. First shot is up and good for Turpin. Turpin has 8 points here in the first half. And Bland will have some big changes here. Number 20, number 20 is Lumumba Bataille comes back into the game. DeAndre Clark comes back in. Second shot is up and good. So Turpin converts on both of his free throws. It's 34-28. Clark gets it back into the front court. The Catawba Valley defense closes around him. They dish it back out. Clark gets it back once again, and a foul against Keenan Turpin. That's his second. And to the line for 2 will go DeAndre Clark. Clark's got 6 points so far in the first half. Caleb Bryson will likely check in now for Turpin. First shot is up and no good for DeAndre Clark. And indeed, Caleb Bryson does come into the game for Catawba Valley. First time we've seen him tonight. Second shot is up and no good once again, but an offensive rebound. Going up is Bataille. He's not able to do anything. He saves it back to Catawba Valley. Catawba Valley brings it into the front court. Bryson swings it around. 3-point attempt is no good. And a little flop there by Miles Williams, but he doesn't get the call. And Bland brings it back into their front court. 2-point attempt, Arrington. No call there. Rebound, Catawba Valley. Catawba brings it back. 6-point lead for the Statesmen. This game has been back and forth. 2:23 remaining. Bryson swings it around. Alex Limes gets the ball. Wemby now at the top of the key, looking for somebody. Can't find anybody. And a steal. Jalen Jackson gets the steal. So Jackson gets it up to DeAndre Clark. Clark over to Javon Arrington in the corner, working against Bryson. Arrington, and it's stolen once again. Wemby with a nice defensive play, goes to the basket. Layup attempt is good. So Wemby gets his first points in the game, and it's 34-30. Certainly a game of swings this one has been. Bland had an 11-point lead, and now Catawba Valley on a 7-0 run. 1:36 remaining. Arrington swings it over to Clark. Open 3, no good. He gets his own rebound. Falls back, not able to save it, and Catawba Valley gets the ball and has momentum going to the basket. Layup good, Miles Williams. He's got 10, and it's 34-32. And a timeout called, 30-second timeout, Chuck Moore, and Moore imploring his team to do some more on defense. And another turnover by the Statesmen. That's got to be into the double digits here in this first half with 1:17 remaining. So looking at it here, the Statesmen have a 2-point lead, but Javon Arrington with 13 points, DeAndre Clark and Miles Markland both with 6 each, and you have to imagine that this game would be very different if not for all of these turnovers that the Statesmen have committed. Both teams in the double bonus with 1:17 remaining. So coming out of the 30-second timeout, Bland will look to extend this 2-point lead.
We got 4 people, hey!
And Catawba Valley has 4 men on the court. They can't do anything about it. I don't know if Bland realizes it yet, but there are 4 men on the court for Catawba Valley. They're going to have to call a timeout, and Coach is flustered as to how this happened. Markland goes up for two. No call somehow. It goes out of bounds. And Catawba Valley will check back in. Number 44, Ty Ireland. And they avoided catastrophe there somehow with the no foul call. Tim Bing will check back in for DeAndre Clark. Boy, this has been a disjointed game and a 2-point game here with 54.1 seconds remaining in the first half. Inbound and open three, Markland, good! Miles Markland for three. He's got 9, and it's 37-32 with 47 seconds remaining. Nice inlet pass and a foul, and they will go to the line for 2. That's number 40, Steve Rosala, and the foul will be against Jalen Jackson. That's his first. Rosala's first attempt up and good. And Rosala will get another chance here. Second is up and good. So Rosala nails both of his free throws. Clark will come back into the game. Bataille will come out of the game. With 43.4 seconds remaining in the first half, it's 37-34 Statesman. A little bit of pressure applied here by Catawba Valley. Just looking to delay them getting back into the front court. 12-second differential shot clock to game clock. Arrington has the ball at the top of the key, and it is tipped off of the Statesman, and Catawba Valley will get the ball, and they can hold for the final shot of the half. Bataille comes back in. Clark will sit back down. So some defensive substitution there as Lumumba Bataille comes back into the game for the Statesman. Bryson brings it back into the front court. And Richard Bland fans shouting defense. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay right here with Catawba Valley with 12.1 seconds remaining. Frenetic first half here. We'll see how it closes out. See if Catawba Valley can close this down and maybe even tie it going into halftime. Inbounded to Miles Williams. Williams over to Bryson. Interior pass, no good. The Statesmen get it. Oh, but it's stolen once again by Bryson. Catawba gets a shot off, no good. And the clock expires with that errant shot. So kind of that last sequence tells the story. Bland gets the turnover. They turn it right back over to Catawba Valley. And we go into the halftime with a 37-34 lead for the Statesmen over the Red Hawks of Catawba Valley. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll come back for the halftime statistics and preview into the second half as the Statesmen hold a nervous 3-point lead. You're listening to WHAP, Fox Sports Radio.
Mimi wants you to become aware of Heritage Custom Cabinets located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. Heritage Custom Cabinets designs and builds the cabinets you desire at a price you can afford. They have a custom selection showroom to explore the way you want your cabinets made. When designing cabinets, Mimi will walk you through every detail, from the colors to the countertops to the perfect stone backsplash. She loves to design and build quality cabinets just for you. Heritage Custom Cabinets is located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. The main number is 861-5251. That number again is 861-5251. Call Heritage Custom Cabinets today to get started with your fantastic kitchen.
This is Jerry Williams, Hopewell High School class of 1964 and president of the John Randolph Foundation. John Randolph Foundation partners with local communities and organizations in Hopewell, Prince George, and the surrounding areas to support good health and bright futures. Through our grants and scholarships, we fund programs that make your neighbors' lives better. Visit us on Facebook to learn more. John Randolph Foundation, healthy communities, bright futures.
We play physical.
Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet has an extensive inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. If you're looking for quality new or used trucks, Stroh-Snyder features the rugged Tahoe as well as the popular Silverado 1500. Stroh-Snyder offers a fantastic selection of vehicles under $15,000. Stop by Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet today, 5200 Oak Lawn Boulevard near Fort Lee. Stroh-Snyder's been in business since 1966.
Where do you turn when you need help with hardware? Well, I know where I go, and that's McKay's True Value Hardware in Hopewell. McKay's has the most extensive inventory in the hardware business since 1955. If it's heating, cooling, plumbing, painting, or electrical, McKay's has it at a very competitive price, including difficult-to-find items such as wood and machine screws, stainless steel nuts and bolts, washers, filters, and hoses. Bob McKay's superior knowledge and helpful staff have what you want when you need it the most. McKay's Hardware, 416 South 15th Avenue, 458-3241.
Hello, my name is Andy Clark, and I'm an agent with Ligon Jones Insurance Services in downtown Hopewell. I'm here to tell you that at Ligon Jones Insurance, we're dedicated to serving you. You've heard all the gimmicks and sales pitches from 800 number and online companies, and we can offer all the same options such as accident forgiveness, disappearing deductibles, 24-hour claim service, home and auto discounts, and much, much more. What we offer that they can't is local knowledge and experience, a broader selection of companies and coverages, and personal service. When you call, email, or stop by Ligon Jones Insurance, you will speak to Lucky, Sherry, or myself, and you will not have to press 1 for English or wait for the next available representative. We don't just sell insurance. We back it up with great customer service. At Ligon Jones Insurance Services, we have over 60 years experience. We all live in the Tri-Cities area, and we support many different local charities. From hot dog carts to hotels, we can cover it all. So if you want better pricing, better coverage, and better service, all from a company that gives back to the community, call Ligon Jones Insurance at 458-8522 or go to www.ligonjones.com.
And we're back here on WHAP Fox Sports Radio for today's halftime show. We'll take a look at some halftime statistics here. And the Statesmen with a 3-point lead going into the half. They're led by Javon Arrington with 13 points. He's hit 3 3-pointers out of the 5 he's attempted. So a really nice start for Javon Arrington, leading the team with those 13 points. Miles Markland coming off of the bench with 9 points, including 2 3-pointers. For the Statesmen. And DeAndre Clark with 6 points, both of those coming off of 3-point attempts. As indicated, this has been all about turnovers. The turnover margin for Richard Bland, and looking for it here on the statistics sheet, not able to find it, but points off of turnovers is 12-10. 12 for Catawba Valley and 10 for Richard Bland. And really, that's what's kept Catawba in the game is those 12 points. Bland has committed numerous turnovers here in this first half. So we'll see if they can clean up a little bit and improve going into this second half. As for Catawba Valley, they're led by Miles Williams, who has 10 points off of the bench, including 2 3-pointers out of the 3 he's attempted. Keenan Turpin has 9 points, the starting point guard. Only able to play 14 minutes, though, as he committed a couple of fouls and had to go to the bench for Catawba Valley. Also, Jamal Tanner came in and got 6 points. Really, the bench for Catawba Valley has been the story. 23 out of 34 points coming from that bench. Alex Limes, Jamal Tanner, and Steve Rosala all adding to this first half for Catawba Valley. So the keys to this second half are going to be that turnover battle. It was 10-12 Catawba Valley to Richard Bland, and really a lot of those turnovers for Catawba Valley coming late in that first half. Richard Bland spreading those 12 across really that first half, as well as 14 fouls against Richard Bland. They'll have Stanley Taylor working with 3 fouls, Jaquan Wooten and Harrison Mitchell both with 2, as well as Trevias Smith and Brandon Henry. The good news is Arrington and Bing do not have any fouls, but the foul situation may be key For Catawba Valley, Keenan Turpin, Derek Brewer, and Matthew Powell, all with 2 fouls. We didn't see much of Derek Brewer in that first half due to that foul situation. Not to mention Jamal Tanner, who came off the bench for 6 points, also has 2 fouls for Catawba Valley. So it'll be a battle of who can be cleaner in this second half, who can commit less turnovers and who can commit less fouls, and we'll see what it comes down to with 20 minutes remaining here between the Statesmen and the Red Hawks. We'll take another short break. We'll be right back on the other side for the second half. You're listening to WHAP, Fox Sports Radio.
At Owen Insurance Agency, you're not just another number to us. We're small enough to know you and large enough to meet your insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have many available options to get you the best rate through the Hartford, Grange Insurance, Northern Neck, Progressive Insurance, or Dairyland Motorcycle. We offer great auto rates for all drivers and excellent homeowners coverage. You can also receive discounts when you combine your auto and home policies with us. Call or visit to compare. Let us do the shopping for you. Owen Insurance, 507 North 4th Avenue, Hopewell, 458-9400. That's 458-9400.
Heretic Feed Seed has been Hopewell's lawn and garden expert for over 70 years. They say, if it grows, we have it. We also sell and service Cub Cadet, Steel, Echo, Exmark power equipment. Heretic Feed and Seed is the place to go. They are the service center for the largest equipment dealers in the area. That's Heretic Feed and Seed for all your lawn and garden needs. Located at 417 South 15th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia, for all your lawn and garden needs.
This is Jeff Butler, pastor of Hopewell's Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, and I invite you to come visit us sometime. We're a church that not only worships together each Sunday morning at 11, but on Tuesday nights serve our members and those from the community by bowling together at the 15th Street Bowling Alley from 6:30 to 8:30. The first Saturday of each month, we offer a free breakfast starting at 8:30, and each Sunday, rotating between afternoons and evenings, we offer a youth program for middle schoolers and high schoolers. We also have a preschool for ages 3 and 4. We support missionaries in Haiti and Russia, regularly support the Super Kids ministry throughout the Tri-Cities, and the Big Brother and Big Sisters program here in Hopewell. We think that the most important thing that we can do in our life is to give back to the Lord for how graciously and generously He has loved us in Christ. As we love God with all of ourselves and our neighbor as ourselves, we see lives changing for Christ, youngsters becoming mentored, the community being strengthened, and the Tri-Cities becoming more hopeful, joyful, and peaceful in the midst of the chaos of the world. I invite you to come check us out, Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, 1201 Blackstone Avenue, right here in Hopewell.
Shoes need repairing? Don't know where to take them? Cavalli's Leather Shop and Shoe Repair, 3514 Oaklawn Boulevard in Hopewell is the place to go. Cavalli's features a complete line of motorcycle apparel, including vests, jackets, chaps, road packets, tool pouches, and gloves. Need a patch sewn on your biker's vest? Cavalli's is the place. They also carry Western boots and hats. That's Cavalli's Shoe Repair and Leather Shop, 3514 Oaklawn Boulevard in Hopewell. Phone 458-2016. Open 9 to 6 weekdays, 9 to 5 Saturday. For all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting, call Ingram & Associates Real Estate at 804-458-9873. This announcement brought to you by Delegate Riley Ingram, representing the 62nd District in Virginia's House of Delegates, consisting of Hopewell, Prince George, Chesterfield, and Henrico County. You may call Delegate Ingram on his direct phone at 804-452-2202. The number again for Ingram Associates, 458-9873.
It sure was great watching the U.S. archery team do so well in the Olympics.
It sure got me excited for archery season starting October the 1st.
Come by Dance's Sporting Goods and check out our huge selection of bows by Matthews and Elite.
And any accessories that you might need. Or just bring your bow in and have one of our archery techs tune it up and get you ready for your season.
Come on, get you some.
Dance's Sporting Goods at South Park Boulevard in Colonial Heights. Like us on Facebook or check us out online at dancesportinggoods.com.
Mimi wants you to become aware of Heritage Custom Cabinets located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. Heritage Custom Cabinets designs and builds the cabinets you desire at a price you can afford. They have a custom selection showroom to explore the way you want your cabinets made. When designing cabinets, Mimi will walk you through every detail, from the colors to the countertops to the perfect stone backsplash. She loves to design and build quality cabinets just for you. Heritage Custom Cabinets is located at 23024 Air Park Drive, Petersburg, Virginia. The main number is 861-5251. That number again is 861-5251. Call Heritage Custom Cabinets today to get started with your fantastic kitchen.
This is Jerry Williams, Hopewell High School class of 1964 and president of the John Randolph Foundation. John Randolph Foundation partners with local communities and organizations in Hopewell, Prince George, and the surrounding areas to support good health and bright futures. Through our grants and scholarships, we fund programs that make your neighbors' lives better. Visit us on Facebook to learn more. John Randolph Foundation, healthy communities, bright futures.
We play physical.
You're listening to Hopewell High School Sports on Fox Sports Radio 1340 AM. Hopewell High School Sports.
I love it here.
Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet has an extensive inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. If you're looking for quality new or used trucks, Stroh-Snyder features the rugged Tahoe as well as the popular Silverado 1500. Stroh-Snyder offers a fantastic selection of vehicles under $15,000. Stop by Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet today, 5200 Oaklawn Boulevard near Fort Lee. Stroh-Snyder's been in business since 1966.
Where do you turn when you need help with hardware? Well, I know where I go, and that's McKay's True Value Hardware in Hopewell. McKay's has the most extensive inventory in the hardware business since 1955. If it's heating, cooling, plumbing, painting, or electrical, McKay's has it at a very competitive price, including difficult-to-find items such as wood and machine screws, stainless steel nuts and bolts, washers, filters, and hoses. Bob McKay's superior knowledge and helpful staff have what you want when you need it the most. McKay's Hardware, 416 South 15th Avenue, 458-3241.
And we welcome you back here to Statesman Hall in Petersburg, Virginia for second half coverage of tonight's matchup between the Richard Bland Statesmen and the Catawba Valley Redhawks. So, tonight, here on WHAP, we're about to get into the second half between these two teams. It's a 37-34 lead for the Statesmen, as tonight these two teams have really both been bit by the turnover bug. It was a 22 turnover first half between the two teams, 12 against the Statesmen and 10 against the Redhawks. The Statesmen led by as much as 11 there in the middle of the first half. And the Redhawks actually led by as much as 7 at one point as well. They were up 17-10 before Bland went on a 9-0 run at one point there in that first half. So we'll see how these second half adjustments go, and if these teams both make the adjustments necessary to go out and have a good second half. See if the Statesmen can extend this lead a little bit. They will have possession here against the Redhawks. The Redhawks bringing out number 32, Nolan Whitener. Number 5, Derek Brewer comes back into the game with his 2 fouls. Matthew Powell, number 10. Number 50, Emmanuel Wemby. And, of course, number 3, Keenan Turpin. The Statesmen will start with Miles Markland, Javon Arrington, Harrison Mitchell, DeAndre Clark, and Jaquan Wooten back into the game. Statesmen inbound the ball as we begin the second half. Markland working against 2. Clark now working against that closeout defense. Over to Arrington. 3-point from the corner. No good. Rebound to Catawba Valley. It's Matthew Powell who controls the rebound for the Redhawks. Whitener gets it at the top of the key. Looking for Keenan Turpin. He finds him. Gets it over to Matthew Powell. Powell over to Emmanuel Wemby. Wemby trying to get into the paint. He instead dishes it off to Whitener. Now Turpin back at the top. 5 on the shot clock. Turpin looking for an open shot or an open man. 3-point attempt by Wemby is an air ball, and it's a shot clock violation. Nice defense there by the Statesmen as they force Emmanuel Wemby into a shot he certainly was not comfortable taking, and the Statesmen will get the ball. So Miles Markland now works it into the front court for the Statesmen. They dish it to DeAndre Clark. Over now to Markland. Arrington now back to Clark. Clark dishes it back to Markland. So both teams playing a good closeout defense. Nice interior pass to Wooten. He is fouled and will go to the line for two. So Jaquan Wooten making his presence known early on. The foul is going to be against, I believe that's number 5. Yep, that's number 5 for the Red Hawks. That's Derek Brewer, and that's quickly his third. So he may have to come out of the game once again. Wooten misses his first, and yes, Derek Brewer comes back out of the game. He spent more time on the bench than he has on the court. And number 14, Alex Limes, will come back into the game. Second shot. Wooten is able to connect with that second shot. 38-34. Turpin brings it up. They dish it back to Whiteside. 2-point attempt is up and no good, but a foul. Whitener with the nice pass back to number 10, Matthew Powell, and that's the second foul. First shot is up and good. Second foul against Miles Markland. First of the half for the Statesmen. And the first shot for Matthew Powell is good, and that's actually his first point of the game. Second shot up and good as well. 38-36. Token pressure now. Markland gets it up to Wooten. Wooten over to Javon Arrington. Arrington spins around into the lane. Shot is no good. Rebound, and it's a jump ball. Jump ball. Possession will stay with Catawba Valley. Nice effort there by Javon Arrington, but Javon Arrington will get, the Red Hawks will get the ball on the simultaneous possession. All right, now are they saying that he stepped out of bounds? No, they call a foul. I'm not sure what happened there. So they call a foul against Javon Arrington instead of the simultaneous possession. It looks like one of the officials is overruled by another. Might have been the right call, I'm not sure. Wemby's layup attempt is no good. Foul against the Statesmen. So quite a turn of events there. That one is going to be against Jaquan Wooten. That's his third. Team's third. And Coach Moore gives the thumbs up. Nice effort type thumbs up to Jaquan Wooten. Wemby's first shot is up, and it rims out no good. And he'll have to try and connect on his second. 18-17 remaining early here in the first half. Second verse, same as the first here in the second half. Second shot is up and good. So Wemby connects on 1 of 2. He's got 3 points tonight, 38-37. Quick pass up to Wooten. Wooten passes it back out, though, to Miles Markland. Markland throws it away. Markland said he thought it was off of Powell, and Coach Moore says, "What are you talking about?" Both coaches lobbying the official in this game as well. So Catawba Valley passing the ball around with 18 minutes left. Wemby gets it in the paint, dishes it no good, and a foul, and Wemby will once again go to the line for 2. Coach Moore can't believe it. Another foul called against Jaquan Wooten. That's 4. And Wooten's going to have to come out once again. Wooten can't believe it. And Stanley Taylor will come back into the game upon the first free throw. Wemby connects with his first free throw. And indeed, Taylor will come into the game for Jaquan Wooten. DeAndre Clark was over there lobbying head official Chang to no avail. Tie ball game, 38-38. Second shot is up and good. So Wemby puts his team back in the lead, 39-48. All Catawba Valley to begin this first half. And Markland makes a mistake there, but he collects the ball back. Arrington now on the corner, gets it back up to Markland at the top of the key. Markland over to Stanley Taylor. Taylor over to Arrington. 8 on the shot clock. Arrington to Markland for 3. Good! Miles Markland for 3. That's 12 points for Markland. 41-39. So Catawba Valley will look to draw back. And what's the call here? They call a double foul. And that's a rare call. So the double foul is going to be against number 22, Harrison Mitchell, and number 50, Emmanuel Wemby. You don't see that call very often, but head official Zhang calls that double foul. And some subs coming in. And Lumumba Bataille will come back into the game for Mitchell, as both of Bland's big men are in foul trouble. So they'll lean on Bataille underneath. And the official getting the shot clock right here. 27 on the shot clock. The shot clock does not reset on a double foul, only on a foul against the defense. Double foul's kind of like a jump ball. The team who had possession will retain. Inbound to Turpin, and Turpin is fouled. And another call against the Statesman, Stanley Taylor. And already 2 minutes and 45 seconds in, the next foul will be in the 1-and-1 for Catawba. And Taylor will come out, and Travias Smith will come in for the Statesman. And inbounded for Catawba Valley into the deep front court. Passing around now. Defense tightening up for the Statesman. Wemby takes the layup, no good. And the rebound goes out of bounds off of Catawba Valley, and it will be Statesman ball. Tim Bing coming back into the game for Miles Markland. Tim Bing Jr. coming back in will control the ball and bring it into the front court for the Statesman. Richard Bland now up 41-39 off of that last made three-pointer by Markland. 16:45 remaining. A pass into Ress is picked off, and it will be Catawba Valley going to the basket, not able to convert, and Bland gets the ball back. That was a fortunate turn of events for the Statesman. Arrington gets the ball in the corner, back over to Bing, back over to Arrington, thinks about the three, instead takes it to the basket. It's punched out and fouled. So they're going to call that one, I believe, against Wemby, and that would be his third. That is against Emmanuel Wemby, and going to the line for two will be Javon Arrington. Arrington already with 13 points tonight for the Statesman. Arrington's first shot is up and good. So coming into the game now for Catawba Valley will be Ty Ireland and number 24, Jamal Turner, in favor of Wemby and Keenan Turpin. Second shot is up and no good. But a rebound, and Arrington gets his own bucket. 16 points for Arrington, and it's 44-39. Catawba quickly turns it over on the other side, now with numbers. Bland coming in. Layup is good. Travias Smith for two. 46-39, and Catawba Valley is on a drought here. Into the front court for Catawba Valley. They have numbers. 2-point attempt up. Good. Nice shot there by Matthew Powell. 46-41. Pace is picked up here a little bit by both teams. Bing dishes it over to Clark. Open three. Arrington. Good! Javon Arrington for three. He's got 19. 49-41. Statesman. 15:32 remaining, and it's an 8-point game. Onto the inside, Catawba Valley not able to convert. He gets his own rebound. Two-pointer good. That's number 44, Ty Ireland. Those are his first points of the night. 49-43. Statesman drive. Foul on a push-off. I believe that's going to be on Ireland. It is. That's his first foul of the evening. Team fourth. And it'll be an inbound situation for the Statesmen. Brandon Henry will check back in, as will Miles Markland for the Statesmen. 15-12 remaining, 49-43. And the Statesmen look to inbound the ball. They get it back into Jervias Smith. Smith over to Markland. And a foul. Foul on the outside, blocking foul. That's Jamal Tanner. That's his third and the team's fifth. And under 5 minutes have been played in this second half, and already 11 fouls combined. It's going to be a long second half if that keeps up. Tanner will check back out, and Alex Limes will come back in for Catawba. Inbounded to Bing. Bing drives into the lane, fouled, and no shot. They call it travel. Wow. They call the travel against Tim Bing. Coach Moore definitely didn't agree with that call. And with 15:04 remaining, another turnover, and Catawba gets the ball back. Catawba passing the ball around, looking for an open man. Working against that tightened up Bland defense. 2-point attempt, way off. Rebound, Trevias Smith. Smith up court. Gets it into Henry. Blocking foul against Catawba, and Brandon Henry will go to the line for two. That one will be against Miles Williams. That's his first foul of the evening. Team 6, so both teams are now in the 1-1 on their next foul. So Henry, first shot is up and good. Henry, it's his first point of the night. And a timeout called, full timeout for Catawba, down 50-43. We'll take the break with them. We'll come back on the other side, continuing. Bland will look to continue to extend this lead. You're listening to WHAP, Fox Sports Radio.
Heard all the gimmicks and sales pitches from 800 number and online companies, and we can offer all the same options, such as accident forgiveness, disappearing deductibles, 24-hour claim service, home and auto discounts, and much, much more. What we offer that they can't is local knowledge and experience, a broader selection of companies and coverages, and personal service. When you call, email, or stop by Ligon Jones Insurance, you will speak to Lucky, Sherry, or myself, and you will not have to press 1 for English or wait for the next available representative. We don't just sell insurance. We back it up with great customer service. At Ligon Jones Insurance Services, we have over 60 years experience. We all live in the Tri-Cities area, and we support many different local charities. From hot dog carts to hotels, we can cover it all. So if you want better pricing, better coverage, and better service, all from a company that gives back to the community, call Ligon Jones Insurance at 458-8522 or go to www.ligonjones.com.
And we're back here on WHAP, Fox Sports Radio, for this great game between these two Region X teams, Catawba Valley and the Richard Bland Statesmen. 50-43, the Statesmen control this game so far. Catawba Valley got off to a good start here in this second half as they were down 37-34 to begin the half. They took the lead 43-38, but from there it's been a 12-0 run for the Statesmen, and they look to extend that here. Second shot for Brandon Henry from the free throw line is up and no good. Rebound Catawba Valley, and a foul against the Statesmen. That's against Lamumba Bataille in transition, his first. And that's going to put the Catawba Valley Redhawks in the 1-1. So that'll be Nolan Whitener that goes to the line for the 1-1. First shot is up and good for Nolan Whitener. It's his first point of the game. Whitener's now 1 for 3 from the line. And here comes his second shot. Second shot is no good. Rebound and a foul against Catawba, and they'll go to the other end to shoot 1-1. That one against number 44, Ty Ireland. That's his second. And Travias Smith will go to the line for 1-1. And Wemby will check back into the game. Emmanuel Wemby, as Ty Ireland will come back to the bench. 50-44 in favor of the Statesmen, and this will become a battle of free throws. Both teams have 7 fouls and are in the 1-1. Smith's first shot is up and good. So Travias Smith able to connect with his first of 2. And he's rewarded with a second shot. 7-point lead for the Statesmen. Second shot is up and good as well. So Travias Smith able to connect on both of those free throws. 52-44, Statesmen. Catawba working against a Titan defense. They got it at 3-1, but they were able to get it out somehow. 3-point attempt, no good. And to see where the foul is called, it looks like it's going to be against, yes, it is against Nolan Whitener of Catawba Valley. And once again, 1-1. And it looks like it'll be Brandon Henry that will take these 1-1 shots. Henry is 1 for 2 from the line thus far tonight. Henry's first shot up and good. Nice shot there by Brandon Henry. And checking in now will be Derek Brewer, who will come back in and play with 3 fouls. Miles Williams comes out. Brewer still has not scored in this game. Second shot is up and good. So Brandon Henry connects. 10-point lead now, and I think the coach for Catawba Valley realized this is becoming a desperate situation, and he needs to pay with 3 fouls. Does Derek Henry. Nice inlet pass for Catawba. They're not able to get the shot up immediately, but they do get the shot up as Matthew Powell gets 2, 54-46. So the Statesmen swing the ball around at the top, looking for an open man. Markland passes it back to Tim Bing Jr. Bing Jr. over to Markland. Travias Smith in the corner, and it's picked off by Catawba Valley. Another turnover, and it's 54-46, Catawba Valley coming the other way. Brewer passes it back. That's Nolan Whitener. Passes it off to Powell. Bland player falls to the ground as Markland gets back up to defend Brewer's shot. No good. Rebound, Markland. Miles Markland now coming back the other way. 3-point attempt is no good. Rebound, Catawba. Wemby picks up the rebound, and Keenan Turpin will bring it back on the other side. The raucous crowd chanting for the Statesmen. Shot up, no good. Offensive rebound, Powell layup, good. Matthew Powell for 2, trying to keep his team in this game, and it's 54-48, Statesmen. Smith passes it over to Markland. Markland over to Tim Bing Jr. Shot up, no good, but the foul is drawn by Bing, and Bing will go to the line for 2. They call that one on Wemby. That's Wemby's 4th, and he'll have to go to the bench.
Tim Bing Jr. at the free throw line, shooting 2.
So Tim Bing Jr. will go to the line for 2 here. And Bing's first shot is no good, off the back iron. And he'll get a second shot. Harrison Mitchell and Javon Arrington coming back into the game. And here comes the second shot now for Bing. It is up and it's good. So first point of the night for Tim Bing Jr. And it's 55-48, Statesmen. Catawba Valley now working the ball at the top. Powell working against Arrington. Gets it off to Derek Brewer. Brewer's pass picked off by Brandon Henry. Nice defensive play by Henry. Here comes Henry on the other end over to Tim Bing. Bing puts it up blocking foul, and Bing will once again go to the line for two. That foul against Keenan Turpin. That's his third. So Bing will have to earn them at the line. He's 1 for 2 so far tonight from free throw land. Bing's first shot is good. 56-48. Brewer will come back out once again. Miles Williams comes into the game. Williams has 10 points so far for Catawba. Bing able to connect with his second. He's now 3 for 4 from the line, and it's 57-48. Once again, a 9-point lead for the Statesmen. And Catawba swinging the ball around now. Quick passes. Keenan Turpin, and they're going to call a foul on the inside, it looks like. They call it on Javon Arrington. Call a hold on Javon Arrington, and it'll be 1-1 for Matthew Powell. That's the first foul on Arrington of the night. Make that his second. First 1-1 for Powell is good. And a second shot will be on the way momentarily. 57-49 now the score. Second shot is up. And Catawba has broken the half-century mark. 57-50. So Bland looking to slow it down a little bit. Harrison Mitchell back in the game. He passes it over to Arrington. Arrington over to Tim Bing Jr. Arrington now in the corner. Guarded 2-on-1. Pass over to Bing. Bing loses it, and he's bailed out. And that's a foul on Matthew Powell. That's his third. And now that'll be a double bonus opportunity for Tim Bing Jr. The foul is actually against Nolan Whitener, not Matthew Powell. First shot up for Bing, and it's good. And he'll get his second shot now with an 8-point lead. Here comes the second shot from Bing. It's up and good. So Bing is now 5 for 6 from the free throw line. 1 minute and 52 seconds left. And here come the Red Hawks with a 9-point deficit. They pass it around at the top of the key now. Quick passes up at the top. Nice no look there. Over to Whitener. Whitener gets it back on the outside. 10 on the shot clock. Nice defense by Bland. They can't find an open shot. 6 on the shot clock. And it's stolen. And Bland comes up with the ball. What a nice defensive set for the Statesmen. Here comes Javon Arrington. He passes it over to Bing. Bing drives to the basket. Layup good. 61-50. And the Statesmen have taken firm control of this game here in the second half. 11:08 remaining. Catawba trying to get it. And no, it's stolen. Once again, another turnover. And the Statesmen get the ball back once again. Bing will take another drive to the basket. He passes it off, actually. Jalen Jackson for 2. Good! Jalen Jackson for 2. 63-50. And a timeout called. Much needed timeout called for Catawba Valley. And they will use the full timeout. So Bland has taken all the momentum, 63-50. We'll be back on the other side. You're listening to WHAP, Fox Sports Radio.
At Owen Insurance Agency, you're not just another number to us. We're small enough to know you and large enough to meet your insurance needs. As an agency, this rate through the Hartford, Grange Insurance, Northern Neck, Progressive Insurance, and Motorcycle. We offer great auto rates for all drivers and excellent homeowners coverage. You can also take discounts when you combine your own policies with us. Call or visit Fair for you. 4th Avenue, Hopewell. 9400. That's 458-9400.
Airtech Feed and Seed has been Hopewell's lawn and garden for 70 years. If it grows, we have it. We also sell and sell Cub Cadet, X-Mark Power Equipment. Airtech Feed and Seed they are the service center for the largest equipment dealers in the area. Your lawn and garden needs located at 417 South 15th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia, for all your lawn and garden needs.
And welcome back here, WHAP Fox Sports Radio, and Richard Bland has taken a commanding 63-50 lead, their biggest lead of the night here off of quite a stretch for the Statesmen. Catawba was able to open up and score a lot of early points, but the Richard Bland defense has really tightened up here in the middle portion of this second half. They will defend once again. 10:45 remaining in regulation and behind by 13. 63-50. Catawba working the ball around now. Passed over to Whitener. And Whitener back to Jamal Tanner. Now Powell drives to the basket. Whitener gets the pass on the outside. 2-point attempt, no good. And a rebound by the Statesman. Jalen Jackson comes up with that. No look pass over to Henry. Layup, no good. Put back good, though, by Harrison Mitchell. 65-50 now in favor of the Statesmen. Almost a turnover, but Catawba able to collect the errant pass. 3-point attempt up, no good. Rebound Statesman. Harrington brings it into the front court. Passes back over to Bing. 3-point attempt. Good! Brandon Henry for three. 68-50 Statesmen. Statesmen pulling away now. Catawba looking for a shot. And the fans really getting into it now for the Statesmen. Swinging it around the top of the key. 9:32 remaining. Catawba 3-point attempt. Good, and the foul. That's huge. They really needed that one. Miles Williams collects the three-pointer. The foul on Harrison Mitchell. That's his fourth. And the 4-point opportunity for Catawba. Nice shot under pressure there by Miles Williams. He's got 13 in this game, leading all scorers for Catawba. Mitchell will check out. Jaquan Wooten will come back into the game. And a chance to cut the lead to 14. And some much-needed momentum for Catawba. Shot is up, and it is good. So make it 14 for Miles Williams off the bench. And it's 68-54. Richard Bland. So the Statesmen now, with just under 10 minutes remaining here in the first half, and a 14-point lead. Both teams are in the double bonus. Kickball as Whitener puts it on his foot there, and with a 16-second shot clock, Bland will keep possession. Arrington gets it inbounds to DeAndre Clark. Clark back over to Arrington. Arrington driving towards the basket, dishes it over. 2-point attempt now is good. Nice shot there by Lumumba Matai. His first points of the game. 70-54 Statesmen. Everybody contributing for the Statesmen here tonight. 8:51 remaining. Catawba continuing to struggle against this Bland defense. Wemby drives it into the paint and traveling call. And that's about the third time that's happened to Wemby tonight. And another turnover. Statesmen have the ball with a 16-point lead. And Clark loses it, and he fouls Matthew Powell on his way to the basket. So Clark commits his third foul, and Matthew Powell will go to the line for two. So another unneeded turnover there. Clark got a little too fancy with it. And Powell will go to the line for two. Powell has 10 points so far. Powell's first shot is up and no good off the front iron. talk about a tale of two halves. And Richard Bland has really been in much more control here in the second half. Second shot is up and good. So Powell cuts the lead to 15. Pass into the front court for Arrington. And timeout called by Coach Taylor. And it looks like a full timeout. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back on the other side. It's Statesman 70, Redhawks 55. You're listening to WHAP, Fox Sports Radio.
This is Jeff Butler, pastor of Hopewell's Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, and I invite you to come visit us sometime. We're a church that not only worships together each Sunday morning at 11, but on Tuesday nights serve our members and those from the community by bowling together at the 15th Street Bowling Alley from 6:30 to 8:30. The first Saturday of each month, we offer a free breakfast starting at 8:30, and each Sunday, rotating between afternoons and evenings, we offer a youth program for middle schoolers and high schoolers. We also have a preschool for ages 3 and 4. We support missionaries in Haiti and Russia, regularly support the Super Kids ministry throughout the Tri-Cities, and the Big Brother and Big Sisters program here in Hopewell. We think that the most important thing that we can do in our life is to give back to the Lord for how graciously and generously He has loved us in Christ. As we love God with all of ourselves and our neighbor as ourselves, we see lives changing for Christ, youngsters becoming mentored, the community being strengthened, and the Tri-Cities becoming more hopeful, joyful, and peaceful in the midst of the chaos of the world. I invite you to come check us out, Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, 1201 Blackstone Avenue, right here in Hopewell.
And we're once again back here on WHAP Fox Sports Radio for the last quarter of this game. 8:31 remaining in the second half. 70-55 is the score as the Statesmen lead the Catawba Valley Redhawks. The Statesmen will inbound the ball coming off of their full timeout, and Javon Arrington will collect the ball up at the top. Arrington looking for an open man, gets it over to Travias Smith. Smith back over to Arrington. Arrington swings it around to DeAndre Clark. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Clark back to Lumumba Bataille. Bataille over to Smith, continuing to swing it around. Long three is an air ball, and it will be Catawba's ball once again. Clark not able to connect there. He'll come out of the game, and Tim Bing Jr. will come back in. Catawba brings it back up now, looking to shorten this one here with 7:58 remaining in regulation. Powell dribbles it around, passes it into Whitener. Whitener 2-on-1, passes it back to Powell. Powell 2-on-1. Whitener open 2, no good. Rebound, scuffling for the rebound now. It's going to be a jump ball. And possession, I believe now, will go to Catawba. Both teams playing really hard. They'll take a moment to clean the wet spot on the floor from that scuffle, but Catawba will retain possession. So 15-point lead with 7:37 remaining here in the second half. And with a win, the Statesmen would improve to 3-0 in Region X. This is Catawba's first Region X game of the year. Ball inbounded, and it goes into the backcourt, tipped by the Statesmen, but Catawba retained possession. Catawba Valley Community College coming up here, making the drive up for North Carolina, trailing by 15 here with 7:21 remaining, and it's picked off by the Statesmen. Into the front court, big open layup, good. It's 72-55. Bing has 9 second half points so far. 72-55. Red Hawks with the ball. Looking for an open man. Wemby gets it at the top of the key. Air ball, and it steps out of bounds. And another great defensive stance by the Statesmen. 72-55 with 6:56 remaining here in the second half. And the Statesmen fans getting on Emmanuel Wemby for that errant shot. Wooten is back in the game for the Statesmen. He passes it into the front court now. Tim Bing Jr. gets the open man for three. Arrington's shot is no good, but Travias Smith with the rebound. His shot no good. Catawba Valley gets the ball back with numbers. Williams puts it up and is fouled, and he will go to the line for two. That one's going to be on Tim Bing Jr. That's his first foul of the night. And they're already into the double bonus. So two shots coming for Powell, Matthew Powell. Powell's first shot is up and good. So Powell makes the first of his two. He has 12 points tonight, trailing only Miles Williams in the scoring column. Javon Arrington comes out. Stanley Taylor comes back in. Second shot is up and good once again. 72-57, Statesman leading. 6:27 remaining here in regulation. Statesman taking their time. Miles Markland drives the lane and is fouled. He'll go to the line for two. That foul will be on Matthew Powell, and that's his third. So Markland will go to the line for two. Markland has 12 points tonight, most of those coming in the first half. Markland misses the first free throw attempt. And Bland will need to seal this one with free throws as both teams are in the double bonus. Second shot is up and also no good. Rebound to Whitener. Catawba gets it up quickly. They take it to the rim. Good. Nice shot there by Miles Williams. He's got 16, and it's 72-59. Catawba trying to crawl back into this game. Bland will look to work some clock a little bit here. With 5:56 remaining, they swing the ball around. Bing, two-pointer, no good. Rebound by Wemby. So Emmanuel Wemby collects the rebound. Catawba trying to close in on this one. Whitener dribbles around. Nice defense there by Jaquan Wooten. And he's able to get the block. And it's still a 13-point lead for the Statesmen. 5:33 remaining. And an offensive foul, it looks like, called against the Statesmen. That's on Jaquan Wooten. That's his fifth. And so Jaquan Wooten is disqualified and will come out of the game. So Wooten will end this game with 4 points. Most of this was spent on the bench for him. A majority of the game on the bench, and he still collected 5 fouls. Bland will take a couple of seconds to talk about it as Wooten will come out of the game.
This foul, 5 fouls. There's 5 fouls. No.
Coach didn't understand that there was a foul out, and that Bland does get the opportunity to talk it over upon a foul out. So Javon Arrington comes back into the game. Going a little small here. Harrison Mitchell is still in the game, along with Stanley Taylor. But with a 13-point lead, they're a little small right now with Wooten on the bench. But another steal. A scuffle for the ball. It's going to be another jump ball, and possession this time will go to the Statesmen. Both teams playing really hard here. And, oh, they may have called a foul again there. Yeah, they called a foul against Harrison Mitchell. That's his 5th. Wow. So Harrison Mitchell will come out of the game on his 5th foul. And Coach Moore can't believe it. Neither can I, really. That looked like a clean scuffle. Instead, they call a foul on Harrison Mitchell. That's his 5th, and he will have to come out of the game. So all of, or at least most of the height of the Statesmen has been fouled out on the last 2 possessions. So that'll leave 6'7" Stanley Taylor and 6'6" Lumumba Bataille, 6'8" Jalen Jackson. Mostly bench players there to finish up. as the height for this team. So we'll see if they go with the small lineup here in the last 5 minutes of the game, or if defensively you use some of their reserves. So some key foul outs there. As coming back into the game will be Jalen Jackson. As some of the only remaining height for the team. Keenan Turpin will come to the line and shoot two. First shot is no good. And if Catawba has any hopes of getting into this game, they're going to need to make their free throws. Turpin's second shot is up, and that one is good. Turpin has tallied 10 points this evening, and it's 72-60. Surprised that they haven't brought Derek Brewer back off the bench yet for Catawba. They swing it around. Three-point attempt by Bing is good. Wow. And Tim Bing, not really known for his three-point shooting prowess. That's a huge shot by Tim Bing Jr. to make it a 15-point game once again. They really didn't put that much of a guard on him based on his not being known for shooting threes. Catawba looking for an open man. And Bland continuing to play stout defense here. That's going to be another jump ball. No, they call a foul. And will it be on Bland again? They call the foul on Stanley Taylor. And Taylor signals his own fifth foul. Taylor will come out with 0 points. And Bland's big men, now all three of them, have come out. Lumumba Bataille will have to come into the game off the bench. And Bland really having a hard time closing this out with three players having fouled out in the last minute. Maybe minute and a half. Still a 15-point lead and some cushion. You got to think that Catawba is going to have to think about driving to the basket against this smaller lineup. Bland still has Lumumba Bataille, 6'6", and Jalen Jackson at 6'8", I believe, out on the court. Yes. But deep into their reserves are the Statesmen. And once again, Keenan Turpin will go to the line for two. First shot is up, off the back iron, no good. So Turpin struggling at the free throw line here at the worst time. Second shot is up and also no good. So not able to take advantage of that foul are the Red Hawks. 75-60 with 4:25 remaining here. Statesman looking to close this out. Bing up at the top, passes it to Arrington. Back to Bing, Bing for three. Wow, it's good. Tim Bing Jr. has come up at a big time with 2 3-pointers, and it's 78-60. 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining. Catawba struggling to get the ball down low. Wemby, pass stolen, and he is fouled. And Emmanuel Wemby, that's his 5th foul, and Wemby will go to the bench. And we're back, fans, and sorry about the technical difficulties when we lost power at the stadium. We also lost connection to the broadcast, so hopefully you're hearing us well here at the stadium. But at that, we're at a full timeout. The action that happened during the break was a lot of Richard Bland scoring, and it is now 82-62 in favor of the Statesmen. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back on the other side on WHAP, Fox Sports Radio.
We play.
Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet has an extensive inventory of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. If you're looking for quality new or used trucks, Stroh-Snyder features the rugged Tahoe as well as the popular Silverado 1500. Stroh-Snyder offers a fantastic selection of vehicles under $15,000. Stop by Stroh-Snyder Chevrolet today, 5200 Oak Lawn Boulevard near Fort Lee. Stroh-Snyder's been in business since 1966.
Where do you turn when you need help with hardware? Well, I know where I go, and that's McKay's True Value Hardware in Hopewell. McKay's has the most extensive inventory in the hardware business since 1955. If it's heating, cooling, plumbing, painting, or electrical, McKay's has it at a very competitive price, including difficult-to-find items such as wood and machine screws, stainless steel nuts and bolts, washers, filters, and hoses. Bob McKay's superior knowledge and helpful staff have what you want when you need it the most. McKay's Hardware, 416 South 15th Avenue, 458-3241.
And we're back here on WHAP Fox Sports Radio with a minute and 58 remaining here in regulation, a 20-point lead for the Richard Bland Statesmen. Really a tale of two halves, and they've been able to take control here in the second half off of a much tighter defense, although they just gave up a turnover there on their end. And here comes Catawba. A layup attempt is no good, but a foul. That'll be on number 23, Brandon Henry. And going to the line for two will be number 24, Jamal Tanner. So a minute and 41 remaining in this game. Assuming they hold this one out, the Statesmen will improve to 9-2 on this young season, and 3-0 within Division X play is the first free throw attempt. It's actually number 31, Isaiah Derrick at the line, the freshman guard for Catawba Valley. He misses the first shot. Second shot is up and also no good. Rebound to the Statesmen. Lumumba Bataille collects the rebound for the Statesmen. So a minute and 32 remaining. The Statesmen once again looking to improve to 3-0. This one is picked off by Catawba. Catawba gets it back. They bring it into their front court. Derrick with the steal. They swing it around. Three-point attempt and the foul. So going to the line for three will be number 24, Jamal Tanner. The foul's against Lumumba Bataille. So Bataille commits the foul, and going to the line for three will be Tanner. And Tanner has 6 points tonight. First shot is up, and it's good. (82-63). Minute and 19 seconds remaining. Second shot is up, and it's no good off the front iron. And it looks like they may call a lane violation there. And Tanner will get one more shot. And here comes the third shot, and it's good. So 82-64. Statesmen with a minute and 18 seconds remaining. Just need to run this one out now. And a foul, needless foul there by Derrick. And going to the line for two will be number 4, Robert Smith. No, sorry, number 23, Brandon Henry will go to the line for two. Smith having just checked into the game for the first time today. First shot is up and good for Brandon Henry. And checking in is number 44, Ty Ireland, and he will come in for Matthew Powell. Henry able to make his first free throw. Second shot is up and good. So Brandon Henry, the freshman, converts on his 2 free throws. Catawba with just a minute left, throws it away, a minute and 8 seconds left. Tried to get it up quickly into the front court. They throw it away out of bounds, and the Statesmen will have the ball. Statesman will bring it back up with 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining. And we have reached the 1 minute remaining mark. And a 20-point lead for the Statesmen. 2-point attempt up, no good by Smith. Rebound, Jalen Jackson, no good. Smith with the putback for 2. Robert Smith gets in the scoring column, 86-64. 2-point attempt up, no good, but a foul. Robert Smith commits the foul and extending the game once again. And Tanner will go to the line for another 2 shots. So 2 shots on the way now for number 24, Tanner. First shot is up and good. 86-65 with 47.6 remaining. Second shot is up and good. 86-66 as the Statesmen will look to close this one out. 17-second differential between the game clock and shot clock. Smith will drive to the basket for a layup, and it's good. Robert Smith for 2. 4 points here for Smith. 31 seconds remaining. Tanner looks for an open shot at the basket. Air ball, no good. Rebound, Statesman trying to control the rebound is Henry, and he is fouled as he's doing so. And Henry will get another 2 shots at the line. And that foul will be, I believe, against Tanner. Actually, they called a foul that time against number 31, Darrett. Second foul against Isaiah Darrett. Ty Ireland, actually Ty Ireland will not come back into the game. It'll be Jacob Graves who will check in. First free throw attempt is no good by Henry. And empty bench. Dante Starr will come in, as will Caleb Bryson for Catawba Valley. So Catawba Valley empties their bench here with 22.9 seconds remaining. Second shot for Henry is up and good. 89-66. Bryson gets the inbounds. Bryson passes it back to Graves. Graves over to Isaiah Darrett. Darrett not able to control the ball, gets it back though. Layup attempt blocked by Henry, and an offensive foul. And they're going to call the offensive foul on Isaiah Darrett. That's his third. And with 9.3 seconds remaining, Bland should be able to close it out on this possession. So a nice rebound by Bland from what they did in the first half. Really errant, sloppy play. And in the second half, defensively, they just really closed down and did a nice job defending against Catawba Valley. Catawba pulls back their press with 4 seconds left. This one will end at an 89-66 victory for the Richard Bland Statesmen as they'll shake hands and finish out this ball game. So the Statesmen improved to 9-2 and 3-0 in Region X, and Catawba Valley will fall to 4-3 and 0-1 in Region X. We'll come back on the other side of this commercial break. We'll have the full game statistics, and of course we'll talk to Coach Moore in wake of this 89-66 victory. We'll be right back on the other side on WHAP Fox Sports Radio.
Hello, my name is Andy Clark, and I'm an agent with Ligon Jones Insurance Services in downtown Hopewell. I'm here to tell you that at Ligon Jones Insurance, we're dedicated to serving you. You've heard all the gimmicks and sales pitches from 800 number and online companies, and we can offer all the same options such as accident forgiveness, disappearing deductibles, 24-hour claim service, home and auto discounts, and much, much more. What we offer that they can't is local knowledge and experience, a broader selection of companies and coverages, and personal service. When you call, email, or stop by Ligon Jones Insurance, you will speak to Lucky, Sherry, or myself, and you will not have to press 1 for English or wait for the next available representative. We don't just sell insurance. We back it up with great customer service. At Ligon Jones Insurance Services, we have over 60 years experience. We all live in the Tri-Cities area, and we support many different local charities. From hot dog carts to hotels, we can cover it all. So if you want better pricing, better coverage, and better service, all from a company that gives back to the community, call Ligon Jones Insurance at 458-8522 or go to www.ligonjones.com.
At Owen Insurance Agency, you're not just another number to us. We're small enough to know you and large enough to meet your insurance needs. As an independent insurance agency, we have many available options to get you the best rate through the Hartford, Grange Insurance, Northern Neck, Progressive Insurance, or Dairyland Motorcycle. We offer great auto rates for all drivers and excellent homeowners coverage. You can also receive discounts when you combine your auto and home policies with us. Call or visit to compare. Let us do the shopping for you. Owen Insurance, 507 North 4th Avenue, Hopewell, 458-9400. That's 458-9400.
Heretic Feed and Seed has been Hopewell's lawn and garden expert for over 70 years. They say, if it grows, we have it. We also sell and service Cub Cadet, Steel, Echo, Exmark power equipment. Heretic Feed and Seed is the place to go. They are the service center for the largest equipment dealers in the area. That's Heretic Feed and Seed for all your lawn and garden needs. Located at 417 South 15th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia, for all your lawn and garden needs.
This is Jeff Butler, pastor of Hopewell's Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, and I invite you to come visit us sometime. We're a church that not only worships together each Sunday morning at 11, but on Tuesday nights serve our members and those from the community by bowling together at the 15th Street Bowling Alley from 6:30 to 8:30. The first Saturday of each month, we offer a free breakfast starting at 8:30, and each Sunday, rotating between afternoons and evenings, we offer a youth program for middle schoolers and high schoolers. We also have a preschool for ages 3 and 4. We support missionaries in Haiti and Russia, regularly support the Super Kids ministry throughout the Tri-Cities, and the Big Brother and Big Sisters program here in Hopewell. We think that the most important thing that we can do in our life is to give back to the Lord for how graciously and generously He has loved us in Christ. As we love God with all of ourselves and our neighbor as ourselves, we see lives changing for Christ, youngsters becoming mentored, the community being strengthened, and the Tri-Cities becoming more hopeful, joyful, and peaceful in the midst of the chaos of the world. I invite you to come check us out, Woodlawn Presbyterian Church, 1201 Blackstone Avenue, right here in Hopewell.
And welcome back to post-game coverage of Richard Bland Statesman basketball as the Statesmen pick up an 89-66 victory over the Catawba Valley Community College Redhawks here at Statesman Hall today. Now let's look at some post-game statistics from today's game. A tie in lead scorers today. Both Javon Arrington at 19 points and a big offensive outpouring today from Tim Bing Jr. Not used to seeing that many points from Mr. Bing, but he really came up big in the second half today as both of those players finish out today's game with 19 points. Javon finishes with 6 rebounds and 5 assists. Bing with 3 rebounds and 4 assists. From the bench, Miles Markland comes to play with 12 points and 4 rebounds and 4 assists. A really nice game for Miles off the bench as he was called upon early and often in today's game. In addition, Brandon Henry really contributed in the second half as well. 9 points and 2 rebounds for Brandon Henry, the freshman. As for Catawba Valley, most of their production came off of the bench. 20 points for Miles Williams today, 20 points and 3 rebounds. He had a really solid game, and he needed it due in part to the absence and scoring of Derek Brewer. Brewer only played 4 minutes in this game. He got into foul trouble in the first half and only played about 2 minutes in the first half, 2 minutes in the second half. I'm not sure if he got hurt, and that's why we didn't see more of Derek Brewer. But nonetheless, the team's leading scorer does not register a point in today's game. A big testament to that Richard Bland defense as well, obviously, as some of those fouls. Keenan Turpin, 10 points for Catawba Valley. Matthew Powell, 11. And Jamal Tanner also coming from the bench with 10 points today for Catawba Valley. So a big win for the Statesmen as they continue through Region X play. They are now undefeated 3-0 in Region X, and their next game will be next Saturday as they take on Guilford Tech here at Statesman Hall. Another 3 o'clock start time for that game. And Richard Bland ranked number 15 in the NJCAA Division II poll in the preseason, and we'll have to see where they stand as we head into next week's matchup against Guilford Tech. And Guilford Tech is 3-6 as of today, and 0-1 in Region X play. Beyond Guilford Tech, the rest of December has a couple of road games. They will head to Catonsville to take on a tough Catonsville team on December the 12th. So that'll be a Monday night game, 6 o'clock Monday night, the 12th. And then they'll take on Vance Granville, another road game. They'll head down I-85 to take on Vance Granville. That's at 6 o'clock on Wednesday, the 14th, before they head into their schedule for the new year. January will bring 2 home games for the Statesmen, Fayetteville Tech on January the 7th and Pitt on the 19th. They already have beaten Pitt 80-57 on the road. And then a lion's share of the home schedule will take place in February with a total of 7 home games in February. And then, of course, the Region X tournament will start on March the 4th here at Statesman Hall. So that's just a really brief look at the upcoming Statesman schedule. And we are joined here courtside now by the victorious coach of today's game, Coach Chuck Moore. And Coach Moore, good afternoon, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Glad you got the victory today, sir. It was kind of a tough, scrappy game there in the first half. Saw a lot of turnovers and fouls there early on in the first half. Obviously, some second half adjustments there, it looked like. What did you say to your team going into the half, only up by 3 against this team?
I thought that we were defending fairly well. I mean, we gave up some second chance points, and some fouls obviously affected some stuff too. We had to adjust on offense. We had to be able to score a little bit easier, and I didn't feel like we were in the first half. And it was kind of taking us out of the flow because of the fact that, you can't let them get their set. I mean, they were setting up their zone way too much, and that's what was slowing us up, and we couldn't get the post touches. We couldn't get anything into the interior. So we adjusted on the offensive end, and I think that paid off.
You had a big performance there from Javon in the first half. Javon put up double digits there in the first half. Didn't see quite as much of him in the offense necessarily in the second half. Saw a lot more of Tim Bing based on it. It really felt like kind of that height being taken out based on some foul outs. What was kind of the difference? We don't normally see 19 points out of a Tim Bing in the game like this.
No, not at all. And, starting point guard Ricky has an ankle injury, so that obviously put him on the sideline. And then Tim just came in. I mean, it was a critical moment in that second half is when he really went on that run. He hit a couple threes, stopped turning the ball over. I mean, he had 4 turnovers, and that's what I tell him. His turnovers are bad ones. They're not just in a play of a game. It's his decision making. And I think once he settled down and really started, that's his potential, to be honest with you. He can do that on any given night. He's that type of tough player, and it was nice to see him actually have a kind of a coming out game.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly a big offensive coming out game for Tim Bing, and equaling Javon Arrington as the scoring leader tonight. You mentioned turnovers, 22 turnovers on the night. What are you guys going to work on in advance of next Saturday's game to prevent that from happening again?
We work on it every day. I mean, we have balloons, we have ball racks. We do everything we can about taking care of the ball. That's just a conscious decision of what you're going to do and how you're going to do with it. And, we preach it every day. I mean, our goal is 12 turnovers a game. And I think we've hit it 1 time this year so far. So we do anything we can. It's really up to those guys.
You mentioned Ricky Hicks and the injury. What's the prognosis really quickly on Ricky?
He should be back next Saturday.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And you mentioned next Saturday, Guilford Tech up next, 3 o'clock start time here on WHAP next Saturday here at Statesman Hall. We've obviously plenty of history with Guilford Tech as a Region X opponent. What do you expect to be kind of the challenge going into that game?
They're going to be scrappy. I mean, they run a couple different sets. They're fairly organized too. And we're expecting to try. They're going to try to slow us down. I mean, kind of like Catawba tried to slow us down, and Guilford's going to do the same thing. They'll probably run some zones against us. Just they want to keep us out of that lane. We got the big, so they're going to focus in on that, and we'll just have to adjust. I mean, our guards got to knock down shots and be able to attack from that perimeter position.
Absolutely. Any final thoughts, Coach, going into next Saturday's matchup?
It's just good. Our crowd was good again today. Getting us energized when we were making the runs when we needed it. Once we feel that energy from the crowd, it starts fueling us. And I think that at the end of the day, we were able to play with the energy at certain times and make shots. And another conference win. I mean, they're all dogfights in this region. Everybody knows. I mean, the regular season champion of Region 10 goes to the national tournament. So everybody's fighting for that. And our guys know that that's our first goal right now. So I think this was a good another signature win after beating Pitt the other night. And and this one, it was good to see. Hopefully we can get back to full strength and have everybody, doing what they're doing and not be suspended, not be hurt. Dion was down with his grandmother passed away, so our thoughts are with him, and so it's just once we're at full strength, it could be scary.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, thanks as always for coming by, and we look forward to seeing you next week as the Statesmen take on Guilford Tech right here at Statesman Hall. Thank you as always, Coach.
Yes,
appreciate it. So you will hear next week's game at 3 o'clock. We'll be back on the airwaves, assuming that Hopewell High School is not on at the same time as we are today. You hopefully. Some of you heard some of the Hopewell game, and my best wishes to the Hopewell Blue Devils. Not sure what happened in that game. If they won, they'll be back on next week, I'm sure, but we'll be here no matter what, either on the radio or streaming live on 1340 AM, foxsports.com. My name is Aaron Miles, and once again, we thank you for tuning in tonight for Statesman basketball. The final, once again, Richard Bland Statesman 89, Catawba Valley Redhawks 66. Thank you, and good night, everybody.